Enti week here etwemu yi na monitia and somewhere popping up our social media so efa University of Ghana Medical Center home. A lot of you shared comments about your experiences with the University of Ghana Medical Center, and that was all triggered by Michael Blackson a dia obeka say ne maame a wedi in fear eduwatwe miensa 83 years old ekwa University of Ghana Medical Center no one say ababium no a bitter experience this all share bebre na our social media so and others and so the omodia ebaye ebomo are visit on my experience in the past, the likes of Reverend Eskin White more share stories and obviously your name is to say our USA so etwen come for no akasa neba our US ebe more Ghana or no so area and no University of Ghana Medical Center once I uncle fee ebiom yene University of Ghana Medical Center for etwen come finally on Friday 7th of August 2026 nipa yene etwen come no other than Dr. Bafojan, Director of Medical Affairs at the University of Ghana Medical Center. Now, come on, any ebemawo etie bi na answer na no mekanfo elevate hot watch for kids media ba eja so a device to the D for a 6 device maka say Africa amaya hodo be na age atom sambe ene be pim wo Ghana Standards Authority any FDA for ho kwai say yembo ho edebo it me sell for a 6 device device abetumi dey check your blood sugar obetumi dey check your BP obetumi dey check your cholesterol level any ade ebeboa with early detection into wo here bi wo fie wo here bi wo office wo shop more restaurant or school mumba de asamonsa ebe cancer for a 6 kids ebi na emwa with early detection now also on manage your sugar level on the kaka ho device ebe boa bebre numbers no and that screen so far na for elevate hot water for oma arrange delivery no e dey amount. What can you say are the actual facts from the hospitals, and if the hospital were to address whatever Michael Blackson has put out so far? Because in his case, he says that one, the hospital is centered on Sabia Ombejiska, that is the interest of the hospital, instead of prioritizing the lives of their patients. Two, some, I don't know if you would want to address that first, then we go to other matters.
Okay, so yeah. So I don't know how many people listen to you, but my greeting to all of them once they are interested in knowing what actually is going on at UGMC. So UGMC as a hospital, we try to use different model of payment and clinical care.
Okay.
UGMC, we started by saying we want to be the best hospital and be on top of all the hospitals in Ghana based on the condition, how the hospital was built, and infrastructure-wise, the hospital has a lot of things that even other hospitals don't have. And so when we inherited this hospital, our aim is to put the hospital to the top. So our intention is to make it a quaternary hospital. Quaternary is that we have the tertiary, the next level of hospital, so that we can offer the best to our Ghanaian citizens. So we adopted different model of payment at our hospital. And it's totally wrong perception that people believe we put money first before care. What we do over there is to the opposite way. We put care first before money. We are all used to other hospitals. When you go, they give you the prescription, they give you the lab, they give you the X-ray, they give you everything to the family. Go and do it and bring it back to us so that we can care for you. Most of the time, that method delay care. For instance, you come and you need CT scan, but your family is not around. In the other hospitals, you have to wait for your father, possibly who is outside Accra, come pay for the CT scan before it is done. So that will delay how we care for you. So UGMC decided to adopt different method. Our method is that we'll do everything for you, and at the end, bill you the things we did. So you do CT scan, we just tell you that your patient needs CT scan. We tell you he needs a lab, he needs this investigation, he needs this medication. But before you even think of how you get the money to come and pay for it, we have done it because we want to save the patient first. Because the story is like that at times when they are going to look for the money and come, by the time they bring the money, the patient is already gone. So why don't we save life before they bring the money? But unfortunately, when you stay at the hospital for a long time, and you get accumulated bill. That means we start doing things and you don't have the money, so now you are looking for the money. Once we give you a bill at once, you see it's so huge that they say, hey, wait, them go first we were him for. So that has been the perception of most people, to the extent that when we finish taking care of the patient, and this I shouldn't say it loud, but that's what we do. When we finish seeing the patient and we see that you can't pay, we send our social workers to come and assess you. And if you can't pay, we sign it off for the patient to go home. It tells you that actually UGMC will put the patient first before money. So your bill will come after we have spent for you. That's why somebody will come and say he has a bill of about 150 when you have spent about 8 weeks in the hospital, when you have spent about 6 weeks in the ICU, when you have gone through all the critical things that we do in the hospital. Then we give you the bill at the end. At times, as we are doing it, we keep on updating the family. Oh, please get some money and come and offset some of the bill because we have done A, B, C, D, and the bill is going up. But they will still possibly say, oh, we'll go and come. We'll continue doing the care. So this is what are giving the family and the people the perception is that UGMC is expensive. I can quote how much Lancet, for instance, I shouldn't use anybody's name, how much they charge for lab. I can say how much they charge for a lab report, and I can tell you UGMC how much we charge for lab report.
Look, for the benefit of the people listening, right?
Yeah.
Just quote a figure, and then maybe people will have a fair idea. Okay. So let's assume if Lancet is charging.
Yeah. Okay. So let's assume you go to Lancet for a lab, and the total lab of your full blood count, BUE, creatinine, we know a lot of them will do, it's about 150. If 1,500, it's about 1,500 to 1,800. If you come to UGMC, it will be around 800 to 1,002. We try to beat a little down to win the market. So when people say we are too expensive, at times we don't know exactly. The unfortunate thing is that because we give you accumulated bill, you don't pay it in bits. So you see a final bill of this amount, but you forget that you have spent 1 week, 2 weeks, and they have done the feeding. We don't allow you to bring anything in the hospital. So the feeding, the bathing, and everything is done. We want to give you the standard of care that you go outside there you get. But there, because they have insurance, when you finish, insurance cover you. But here, because you have to take it from your pocket, yes, it look expensive though. CT scan, I can tell you, CT scan outside. You go to any of the labs and CT scan, it's between at least 1,800 to 2,500. You come to UGMC, you get it cheaper than that. You see, so we do that, but the only thing is that we'll do a CT scan, possibly we'll do MRI, then we'll do other tests. Then in a week, we have done 8 of these expensive tests for your patient because we needed them to take decision and manage the patient. But because you did not come with the money and at the end we are giving it to you, you see it very expensive. So we understand the perception, but it is just a wrong perception. When we were doing the bill of UGMC, we compare it to the hospitals in Ghana, the Eurocare, the Bank Hospital, Accra Medical, I can keep on mentioning Trust Hospital, Kolebu Hospital. So we know the price around. And I can tell you, UGMC and Kolebu, we don't have difference in pricing. Most of our thing is the same. But the only thing is there you pay in bits. So if you pay for the CT scan, you pay for the medication, then all that you have to pay at the end is your maybe feeding and the accommodation on the ward. So you see a bill of 20,000. And you say, oh, but you've forgotten that you have paid all the other things before. The ones you couldn't pay, you did not do it. So it's not bill. And actually doesn't help doctors to care. That's why we opt to take care of the patient and at the end, give you a bill. And that's what is giving them the perception that UGMC is expensive.
Okay.
So
Doc,
we are not so expensive.
Okay.
Actually.
You're talking about not being so expensive, right?
Yes.
Michael Blackson, not just Michael Blackson, but others as well said, at UGMC, if you don't pay a deposit, nobody's going to take care of you. I mean, your situation can be as
No,
provided it's not an
that-
emergency, if you don't
No.
pay a deposit, nobody
No.
will take care of you.
No.
And
No.
let me read
Yeah.
what Michael Blackson said, right?
Yeah.
He said one thing, perhaps one terrible thing I noticed about University of Ghana Medical Center, and I'm not sure if it happens at all hospitals, was the fact that if payment wasn't in time, they halt treatment. We need to fix our hospital regulations, and they need to put life over money.
Okay, so let me address that.
Yeah.
So because when you come to the hospital, you don't make any payment, that tells you that you don't make payment until we give you a cap. So we spend about 5,000 on you. Then we call the family, oh, this is what we have spent. So we give you update. And we tell the family, oh, please find something that if you cannot afford, maybe we will stop the treatment. Just to alert them so that at least they'll get some fears and go and look for the money. At times, if we were doing that, if our maximum cap was to be the 5,000 and beyond that, we don't allow anything to go on. His bill, that same Blackson family bill, will not reach 100 and something thousand that he's complaining about. And he will not have his body to go and bury when he owned the hospital almost 90-something thousand Ghana cedis that he hasn't paid. You see, we people come out and put us like, I don't know if it's the sympathy they want. The same person, normally, if you go to any hospital and you own the hospital, they don't give you the body to go and bury until you pay your bill.
Yeah.
But because we know what goes into it, and we know the sympathy of everything, and me, I'm a can. I know what it means. My body is in the mortuary and I can't take it. We gave the body to them to go and handle it themselves. They have their body, and still they have a debt on us. They haven't paid yet. On today, if you go and see Matthew Blanson's mother's folder, the bill is still sitting there. They haven't paid. And this is the man who is making all the allegations about a hospital when you own so much and you haven't even paid.
Doc, you know.
And he said, we are the worst hospital where you have gotten through 8 weeks. The mother was there for 8 good weeks. If the hospital was so bad, how do you stay for 8 weeks? And let me quote something. He did not say it on social media. Let me quote something.
Yeah.
When they wanted to take the mother to other hospital, you know what the other hospital told them? Your mother is best managed at UGMC because the condition your mother has is UGMC that can help you.
With that, he said that when he wanted to take his mother out of UGMC, the hospital delayed. In fact, the hospital prevented that from happening until his mom lost her breath because they inserted some tubes into his mom, and that prevented that affected their mobility, so to say.
Okay. So let me. You see, this is a gossip. That is a gossip TV.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can tell you. You see, ethically, I'm not supposed to put the medical conditions.
Of course, I understand.
There.
Yeah, I understand.
But you see, when you can't breathe, the doctors come and tell you your mother is not breathing well. So we put in a tube to help you breathe. You know what it means? The mother is on a ventilator and a machine that is helping you to breathe. They will tell you, we gave you or your mother some tube to help your mother breathe. And we will say the heart is not doing well. They will say, we have some medicine to support the heart not doing well. So when we tell you all this thing, and at the end you believe we did not know what we were doing, and your mother stay with us. And he said the delay is that you can't just move one patient from one hospital to the other. You have to call the hospital director or the managers to know that we have this patient we are sending to your hospital. Can you handle it before you move a patient there? So it's not a delay. It's a coordination that we were doing to the hospital he wanted us to take them. I don't want to mention the name of the hospital.
Sure. Please don't.
So I know the doctors in those hospitals, and we communicated with them. It was not a delay. We can't just take the patient who is on the machine to your hospital without coordinating it with you. So if I call, I have to give them all the history, let them know what they are expecting, and if they are ready to receive, that is where you take the patient there. So it's not a delay in taking the mother anywhere. We suggested to him that if he believe we can't handle, they should take the matter somewhere. So it's not that we delay. We are there to save life, and that's one of the things. Our oath that we swear is to save life, not to harm anybody.
Yeah.
So when it happened that your patient doesn't do well in the hospital, one patient doesn't do well in the hospital, but it's also okay because we know good news sell. Good news doesn't sell so much. Bad news sell because we know we have discharged. As of today, I'm talking to you. I'm the medical director. I can say we have discharged more than 10,000 patients in the first quarter of this year. Discharged.
Wow.
Going home and leave. I just finished doing about 7 or 8 heart surgeries, and they are all going home. So if unfortunately happened to any of them, that doesn't make the hospital the bad hospital, the worst hospital in the country. After all, we wanted to know if it is one particular doctor or one unit, but you don't say it about all the hospitals because the hospital has child health, we have maternity. So if somebody was going to maternity hospital and he hears this thing, how would that woman be thinking when he's going to the hospital?
I'm glad that you brought up this maternity issue, right? In the year 2022, Reverend Eskin White, Reverend Eskin is a radio presenter with YFM. We added it to our reports. He made reference to a situation that happened at UGMC. And I'm saying UGMC because when this news happened, he said, to say right? And then a story surfaces, and then you said something about it some time ago. No, like I said, yes, uncle, we are without mentioning him. So literally, it's to suggest that it happened at the University of Ghana Medical Center. I want to know if something of the sort happened, and it came to your knowledge that a nurse came to the University of Ghana Medical Center to deliver, and during the process, she didn't get the child, and then she was offered a job, and also they were going to waive her bill just to compensate her for the negligence that happened during the time of delivery. Did anything of the sort come to your attention in the year 2022?
So, I was there in the year 2022, but I was not part of management. That time I was the head of my department, so I don't have information about that. That one. We can talk of it later on when I get more information about it. But now is this one that we are and the little one that are coming up. Because you see, when one bad thing happens, it's like it's a ghost. Every ghost wake up this time. So we understand a lot of people who have come there and lost their loved ones, and they are not happy how it happened. But at times we know doctors, we tried. You see, I'm not saying that there's no mistake, because actually mistake, for a doctor to make a mistake, I don't know. Now in this world, we even have Dr. Google. As we are talking, if I tell you that this woman or the patient is 5 years old and he has this, what is the prognosis? Dr. Google can give you. So if I tell you let's use his own example. I don't want to go to details, but he's 83 and he has chest infection. Let's take it that way. That he's 83 with chest infection. What is the prognosis? Dr. Google will tell you it's reserved. That's what they will tell you. So if we come in, yes, we all don't want you to lose. That's why we fight with you for 8 good weeks to see if how the patient will survive through all the things that the patient was battling with. We help the patient to recover from something he's battling with. And we hear a lot of people, we go to UGMC and you just go there and you die. Let me clarify something. UGMC, we don't turn any patient away. And you know the perception of people in other hospitals. So when UGMC came up, I can tell you in my surgical department, 7 out of 10 that die in that department are cases that are being managed outside, who at the end now cannot get bed or at the old hospital, or they don't want to go there again, and they decided to come to UGMC. And when they come, you know the prognosis, you know where they are heading. But this is a hospital. We can't say because you will not do well, we will go to another place. No, we will receive you and give you a comfortable place to rest. And if that become the number people count, then it will look like you are getting a lot of these cases. And I can tell you, lately, we receive most of the bad cases in this country. Most of the bad cases in this country.
And you are saying it's because they are afraid of going to the other facility, so they tend to.
Not afraid. You see, let me give you a typical example. Since you are not that they are afraid. Imagine you have been going to other hospital for some treatments. And it gets to a time you get tired of going to the same place. You hear a new hospital has come. Why don't you go and try your chance over there?
Yeah, you will. So you definitely go to the new one.
Because of that, UGMC, we have gotten a lot of people coming at the end of the stage of their life to come and try and see if they will have another chance with us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And if that doesn't work out, then it becomes like, hey, UGMC, when you go there, this is what happened. And we don't turn patients away, no matter the disease you bring. No matter if you come there and in the next second you are going to sleep, we know, but we still receive you and give you our best. Maybe our best may not be good enough, but actually these are doctors who work in most of these hospitals you see. They are the same doctors we see, and we were all from one hospital who moved there. We are not coming from anywhere. Yeah. We are doctors of the same country. So we will not do worse things for our own people. And I promise you, our strategic plan is to make sure that this hospital, in all these things, we are going to learn and build upon to become the best hospital in the country.
Doc, I pray so because, I'm closer to the UGMC than I am to any other health facility. I believe that if I'm rushed from home to a hospital, it will be either the UGMC or the Koforidua Regional Hospital. I don't know which of them will be closer. But I want to also bring one situation to your attention. Maybe Michael Blackson's own has gotten the attention, perhaps because he's popular, right? But there's this gentleman called Boachi Gideon, whose dad I spoke to yesterday. And Boachi Gideon was a 27-year-old gentleman who flew from the States to Ghana. And according to the father and the family, their observation was that when tubes were being inserted in Boachi, it's like he got a reaction from it. And so he passed away. That was in October 2025. So perhaps I'll connect you to the family. I don't know if you are privy to that situation as well, but if you're not, I'll connect.
Okay. So at least I can't give you the detail, but I know, you see, we do, we call it clinical audit and we do mortality meetings.
Yes.
So young people, when they die, we try to go through and see exactly what happened and what we can learn from it.
Yeah.
So you see, these are family issues that at times you don't want to address.
Yes.
But I know a little bit about. But you see, this unfortunate thing is that nobody comes out and say exactly what happened when they got to the hospital. Okay. And what actually was the primary disease or condition that brought them to the hospital. You see, and that one I can say it in public.
Yes, you can.
But
I understand.
It is unfair that let's take it something. You come with what we call a pulmonary embolism, a clot in your lungs.
Yeah.
And if you come with a clot in your lungs, there are ways to do it. We either open and take the clot out, or we suck the clot out, or we melt the clot. So we give you all these options. But each option has a risk that you may go even doing the treatment. So if we tell you something like that, and then later on you see that, you spend this money to buy this medicine to melt a clot in somebody's heart, and at the end the patient bled. You say, then the doctors and my child, and then we spend all the money. But it was the way to save life. You see, we believe in doing everything you do to save life. Instead of the fears of losing the life, you don't do anything. So if you want, I will tell you and explain everything. If you have to spend, you spend to save your life. My mother, I spent a lot of money to save my mother, but I still couldn't. I was there with my own mother. I couldn't. And I had the money. I couldn't save her. Some of these things happen in medicine, and no matter what you do, and it's actually part of our care.
Yeah.
It's part of our care. So if the unfortunate happen, it doesn't mean the people do not do well. It at times means the patient did not respond to whatever we gave, because this is what we gave for you to recover, but you did not respond to it well. Okay, that one. And we still have to give that. We doctors cannot tell when you are dying or when you are going to die. So once you come to us, we will tell you what we can do to help or stop something from progressing. But at times, doing that doesn't mean we are going to be successful in all times. So actually, that's what I'll say. Yeah. Our condolences and to all who have lost somebody at UGMC. But I can assure that it was not the doctor's intention to just do that, because it is not even permitted in our own Christian life. Most of us being doctors, we still go to church. Yeah. So at times we don't see why once you lose the loved one, your pain, you would put the whole hospital. Some people have nothing to do with what happened. Like I met yesterday, I went to the emergency and I met an old lady coming in. And I just said, hey, ma, I was you see, that is it. She believed that because there are some doctors there, she will come and survive. You see, so we don't have to kill the hope of everybody just because yours did not work. So because yours did not work, everybody's own will not work. No. And it's not, if you don't come out with the truth too, so that people will know that what you went there with. And actually, we are, as UGMC, we are open. Yeah. If any independent person want to come and see the folder and go through it and analyze and see if they can do something else, we'll be very happy and we'll appreciate any advice so that the next patient will see we can help save life. That's our mission.
Thank you so much, Doc. I really appreciate that. I spoke with a former doctor from UGMC earlier, and one of the concerns was that you are also under-resourced when it comes to human resources, as in getting more hands at the hospital. Please.
No. We don't want to make that one another issue, because actually.
But this one that I've gotten you there, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, Doc, let me address that one. I'm the medical director. It's true, and I know our staff strength.
Yes.
So what happened is that UGMC tried to be specialist-led hospital. That means we want the minimum you will come and meet at that place should be, now currently is a medical officer. So we don't want to have maybe the house officers, the junior doctors.
Yeah.
So we are aiming to go to the level that the minimum you come there and meet is a junior specialist.
Yes.
Like people go to Dubai and they go there because when they go there, they meet doctors of that level. That's why they travel all the way.
Yeah.
And we want to give you that so that when you come here at UGMC, so in our effort to train most of our doctors, most of them are doing their residency program. So it comes to a time they have to move to other places and do some quick rotations and come back. That reduces the number of doctors we have available. But actually, we talk to the hospitals and we do a sandwich. That means they run their program in the hospital and at the same time go to wherever they have to rotate and do it. Yes, we need more doctors because the numbers coming to UGMC now is massive. If you come to our OPD in the morning, the whole place is choked. So we are trying to cover up, and because the numbers are increasing, we have to catch up with new doctors, but they are not the limit factor for our care. We need doctors, but the doctors are not limited to the effort and the work that those who are now there are doing. More doctors will help us, and at times too many doctors to make a lot of people work there without doing anything. So we want a certain number, and actually we have placed it to our minister, and I believe the minister is working on it. I hope very soon the numbers that are lacking, and all because some people went away. Some people took their leave to go for cleaners patches. So you have 10 doctors working, all of a sudden 3 or 4 disappear. So you have to seek the minister to get replacement. That's something like that we are trying to catch up, but it doesn't limit our care for our patient.
Sure, Thank you. Thank you so much. I know that though you are saying this, you will still address that issue for us.
Yes, that's what I said. I'm sure the minister has already addressed it, but they are not telling us because they have our request, and they told Dr. Jan today, they told me that I shouldn't worry. I will see them very soon. I trust in the ministry that they know what is going on and they will support us.
Hold on, before I let you go, with the issue of the issue in your press release, you said you have handed over the issue of an alleged assault that happened between Michael's sister and a nurse from your facility. How is that going? Is it something you are letting go, or?
Oh, actually, we don't pull so much on. It happened that when the assault happened, we just reported it to the police, and we are close to Legon police station, so we just make sure that we reported it. So it's now in the police to handle it.
Any updates?
We are not pulling on it. No, I don't have the update. All that I know is that they called the lady to come and make statement. As another sort, I know.
All right, sure.
We just left it there.
And
we are not pulling it for any other reason. Actually, what we want to do is that as a doctor, I try to and a medical director, I try to protect my staff too.
Yeah.
We know at times when you are so stressed, you tell our staff anything. And it's like, it's free to tell them anything, but I have to protect them. I have to let them feel assured that when they come there and somebody come and offend them, I'm there to defend them. So that's why we took the case to the police station, so that the police will take the necessary steps so that it doesn't happen again. That's all that we want to do. And assure my workers that nobody will come there and just because it's the family of a patient can assault them and go free like that. Because it happened before. It happened at other hospitals. UGMC, we want to be the top class, so we want everything to be on point. Thank you.
And Doc, when last did you reach out to Michael about the whole rant and the back and forth, maybe to sort things out?
See, when he went to the press now and released all these things that we know is fake, and at times, I know we have something in psychology called when you have pain, you have a way to get more attention when you put the story in. So you get public something. But that one, yes, so we told our lawyers so that we don't go and say anything so that it doesn't come back again and bite us.
Yeah.
We told our lawyers to communicate with him. We haven't taken him to court. No, please, not that we are going to court with him. We just want the legal communication to happen.
Okay.
You see, when all these things happen, if it's a person who actually cares for us, he will report the thing to, Dr. Jan, my mother was there for how many weeks? This is how the doctors, so that we can solve the problem. And you were there for all this time. You never reported any department. You did not report the doctors. You did not report any nurse. Apart from we reporting your sister having something with a nurse, you did not say anything until this time. So is that the way to help a hospital to grow, or you just want to tarnish our image? And at times, I take the press, you see, when I say the press, is like, you put it on social media, and everybody started quoting it. We were waiting that even the radio station will reach us before even they spread it as it went, But unfortunately, it sells so much that everybody was part of it, and everybody was taking it, and we decided, no, it's becoming too much. We just have to put an end to that, because most of the things he put there were not true.
All right. Doc, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. So that was
you're welcome.
Dr.
This Bafujan.
Yeah, Dr. Nathan Bafujan.
No, Bafujan, that's all.
Okay. So that was Dr. Bafujan, the Director of Medical Affairs at the University of Ghana Medical Center, on the line with us to address a few issues out there. And I hope you all heard it for yourself. They are not there to, excuse my language, kill us. They are there to take good care of us. So sometimes mistake may happen, and then all the other issues will be addressed. And I'll personally send Mr. Ose's issue to Dr. Bafujan so that
no problem. At least we can sit down and talk about it, and that's how we solve problem and improve the hospital management.
Sure.
And I'll be very, very grateful when they are able to approach us like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. All right, ladies and gentlemen, NTNA Dr. Bafujan Attribution, come on. I'm sure you've heard it all for yourself, right? And if you have more questions, you can drop it in the comment section. But I summarize all your comments into this conversation, and I hope it was worth it. See you in another video.